that out after I say this.
I don't think you should be 16 and learning. Yeah. He's 22 and only still has his learners, and that's my point.
You guys seen the video of the woman who fucks a live fish?
What?
Yeah.
Ew.
I'll show you.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't
Drugs
do
are
drugs.
bad.
Oh, wait. Don't do drugs irresponsibly.
Organised religion can kiss my ass.
It wasn't sugar. It wasn't called Coke for no reason, you dick knob.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you an emergency broadcast. Strap in for a new episode of Barnzey Burns Down the World.
Okay, back into it. Giggles at everything. He's holding it in.
Yeah, it would be my...
Dude, in the right mindset, you can giggle at anything. Like, really.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, when you're saying giggle and everything, you're talking about him being sober or being like.
Well, it doesn't.
Michael.
Yeah, it's yours, yeah.
Wait, new game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're just starting new episode, new game.
Episode. I'm Zach. Sorry,
Michael.
guys, we should have introduced
Nah,
ourselves.
fuck it, they should know by now.
It's
Already done.
Yeah.
Let's just get on.
Get on with your lives.
Oh, fuck, alright, just give it to him.
Oh, what is it?
He knows.
Give 0 fucks.
Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you very much. I do give 0 fucks.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Brags about not using a chaser. These are just Michael cards.
Wow, they are my.
Why don't you shuffle them?
I will shuffle them.
Okay.
Alright. They're still going to be Michael's cards, they'll just be in a different order.
Just making it easy on me.
This is just great. Alright.
So does this work?
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. It's a display item, purely.
That's still really
But for
cool.
the purpose of production, yes,
It is
works.
awesome.
Yeah. I think I might, if I can keep holding on, because I'm borrowing that from someone.
That's really cool.
If I can keep it as part of the set, that'd be fantastic.
It would be.
Yeah, because it looks great.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. And I also forgot, last episode I was going to say, hey, we'll learn about what this is.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
That's right. Next
Yeah.
game.
And that would have been in the shot, but because I fucked up the... So when you watch episode 44, I think, with Kyle and Zach. Not Kyle and Zach, Kyle and George. So we did record for extra time. It's on the audio platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought I fucked something up with the recording.
Yep.
I know better now, but there was an extra hour of like really good stuff. And we used this bowl, played a game, and it was going to be for clips. And the camera wasn't rolling. Okay. So it ran out of space.
Well, if you
Between
like,
the
we
break.
can do another round. of this
Yeah,
and then give that.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll get through some of these. But yeah, I think you'll like what's in the bowl. Wakes up with half a burrito in bed. Now.
I love Mexican food though, but like, I wouldn't wake up with a burrito in my bed.
I don't think I'd wake up with a burrito on my bed, but I'd wake up with, the heart-eating packet of chips on my bed.
I'm going to take this on behalf of Liam because I've right.
Luke Skywalker.
He won't listen to this. Even if I tell him, hey, listen to this, our mates are on here. And he'll go, yeah, sure, no worries. And then he'll just like switch it to pay-per-view wrestling.
What a good friend.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, you dick. Now, I've regularly seen him just sleeping next to piles of rotting meat in his room.
That's really not good for
It
you.
is disgusting. Get called out, motherfucker. I've shown, give or take, 10 people this mess.
You wait until
And if-
next year.
Until, listen.
There's
this
going to be
is-
something on this green screen. We talked about this.
Did we? Because I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
He hasn't until March. If he does, I'm bringing my phone and record it. We put it up on the green screen.
Oh,
Exposing
that's
him.
good. That is good.
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely. Done. Deal. But yeah, like, if shaming is a very effective teaching tool.
It is.
Yeah.
It's how what my parents would
Look,
teach.
it's got its limits. Morally, but it works. So, you got a month. He doesn't have it right now. Right now, it is just chip packets and shit. Oh, no. There's a box of donuts on his mattress. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine sleeping next to rot. Yeah, it's not great, but it's great podcast content.
Poor fella.
If only there was a way to fix the problem.
I have
you know,
ways,
not
but
like
I-
exposing
those-
him to the entire world. I mean, yeah, that
It's
would-
hidden, it's buried. I think there's been way more incriminating stuff said before.
Probably.
Like that story, like the story in the first 5 minutes that I had to bleep.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So I will take this for him and claim a point for me. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep nominating myself for other people because I get fuck all cards.
That's fair enough. I will say.
Good. Has never looked at porn.
I'll throw it away.
Shit card. You guys seen the video of the woman who fucks a live fish?
What?
Yeah.
Ew.
I'll show you after.
No, please. No, please don't.
Yeah,
I've
dude.
seen some messed up and fucked up videos on like the internet,
Dude,
but
yeah, this is it's went around recently. It's just like
I thought
some-
you were gonna talk about the dude getting the gobby off the fish.
No. There's a woman who just straight up puts a live fish inside her. She's from Tasmania. She got arrested recently for bestiality.
And I thought the woman
Not
that died
surprised.
fucking a horse was bad.
No, dude, no, that's not. And all technically porn, so cards discarded. Spends all day interpreting a text. That's just because you can't read. It's too. Eventually, we'll stop the dyslexia jokes, but maybe.
Oh, they're funny.
Has questionable hygiene.
So you like
either
question
of us
your
smell bad?
hygiene or like other
No, like
people?
questionable. Like if you were to say, "Hey, this person is a clean person," you go,
I
it's
think we're
questionable.
gonna.
You can take that and we're just talking about Liam not being a
Yeah.
hygienic person. So
It sucks to be you, mate.
cat's out the bag now, boy.
Just have a whole Liam pile for the ground.
Yeah. Sings, but shouldn't. None of us. You had a great acapella moment before.
We muck around and sing together, but he's my
Yeah.
bro. So
Yeah. No. You
and he
should.
can sing. I'll say that. Yeah.
Had the time of my life. No, that was shit.
No. He should sing. No, the but shouldn't part is the important part of this question, and he should sing. So get rid of it.
I like metal, so you
Yeah.
won't like what I would sing.
Oh, bro. So okay. When this set gets upgraded, you'll love what I'm picturing and what I'm envisioning for what it's gonna look like. Yeah, you should be, and I think you'll like it too.
What's this?
Like how I'm gonna design the new set.
Ah.
I'm gonna put album covers, but specifically metal album covers, in like just around the room.
Because you were
hung up on
talking
the wall.
about that in the last podcast.
Yes, yeah. That was more like a brainstorming thing. But yeah, I know you don't listen because you got shit to do, don't you? Yeah.
I have the shit I'm doing when I'm not playing Fortnite. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Chucking my headphones on, listening to tunes.
Hey, that's great.
Mm.
But this is like what I'm picturing. It's gonna be great. I'm overhyping it, but it's great.
I'm really keen and excited to see
Yeah.
what you do.
And if you guys come on regularly, like I've said as well, like regular guests get to submit an album cover to put onto the wall, and the only, I guess, term and condition is that I have to listen to it and like it.
I'm not even sure how many times I've been on. 3?
This is your 5th.
My 5th?
Audio only.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
yeah.
First, the no thumbnail one.
Yeah.
Drugs Don't Stupid 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, this is my 5th.
you did one together.
Yeah.
And then I came and did one with his as well.
Yep, and that was on camera.
Did another one, now we're doing this one.
There we go. Yeah, pretty good recap of history.
Not bad.
Hopefully more to come too, because even if with this new set, if I get like a table, chairs, and if it's completely different, I'll rearrange the room and we sit here and we do it with Liam too, because like the 4 of us, bro,
You're
we
in
could
trouble,
sit there,
Liam.
dude. We could all sit there and drink for hours, and just talk shit about anything.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
down.
God.
Yeah,
Have some shots in the middle of the podcast.
Bro.
Fucking oath.
yeah. And
Actually,
eventually,
you know what?
Smashed.
Yes.
For those that know that on Mr. Barnzey over here, he actually has a taste testing collage on his social media platforms, and I was gonna say we could do drinking and taste testing.
Taste testing collage on my.
So like
What
you know,
the fuck are you on? I don't-
okay, hold on. So you know you got like spicy chips. Like
Oh
the really
yeah.
hot chili-
Oh
like what
yeah.
you
The
did.
food reviews. The food review stuff.
Food
Yeah.
review type stuff.
Yeah.
That would be awesome as well.
Just do it on the show.
On the show.
Yeah.
Drinking wise as well, perfect time. You're a bit giggly. You're
Yeah.
not really mind focused, and you are gonna be a ballsy dick knob and be like, "Yeah, I'll try that chip."
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
And you
I
sit there
wouldn't.
like.
Sound like a rabbit. Just no vomit. Just like.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. We'll brainstorm and plan it later. Right now,
Done.
we're
Done.
here. We're in episode 5 episode 5. Fucking, what am I talking about? Like 5th recording.
Well, you got your 50th episode coming up soon.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna say the plan is to do that in VR.
I've heard that and I'm really keen.
Yeah. So I don't know how it's gonna work logistically, but that's on the.
I
back
do
end
have
of
the
planning.
first gen VR monitor and headset with the remotes if you
For
do
what-
PlayStation.
So PlayStation VR. That's not compatible with what I've already looked into it for Moss, because he's got PlayStation VR, and we want to do it in VR chat, and PlayStation VR is the only one that doesn't link over, which is shit, but you know, it is what it is. Hooks up with a mum. It says or dad, but hooks up with a mum.
Not my boys' mums. You don't do that.
No, so you've.
I've been with like older people, and some of them
How
have
when you
been.
say older people?
Okay, like I think the eldest that I think I've been with personally is maybe like 36.
And how old were you at the time?
That is not to talk about. Over the age of 18, obviously. I think I was like 19 or 20.
wait.
Yeah.
Is this the one I know?
No, actually no.
Oh, okay.
So this has happened multiple times.
I remember there was one time he got a bloody
Bring the microphone
Tinder thing.
Just a little bit closer. No, you don't have to lean in. Just bring it closer to you.
Yeah, he got a he was at my place and then he asked me, Michael, I gotta go real quick. And I'm like, yeah, alright, you're alright. And he's like, yeah, and he showed me a picture. I was like, yep, go.
Go for it. Done.
Go and do what you need to do. Came back to my
Take
house.
care of
His
business.
entire back was just scratched and whipped.
Does he still have a number?
That's the question for him, you know.
Oh, this was you that did
This
it.
was me,
Yeah.
bro.
I thought
Yeah.
you said there was someone else.
No, it's just,
No, this is me, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not saying I'm a man whore or anything or like that. Just you gotta experience things.
Yeah.
You enjoy things
Yeah.
and have fun.
that's it.
You know?
Definitely not a manhole.
No, like no, I'm just being straight up. Like
Yeah. Very straight up. Yeah. Good.
Do you still want that book?
yeah,
Did we talk about the book last time? Yeah. Because I know the book. I know what book he's talking about.
the book is amazing.
It helped him a lot.
It's got pictures and words, so I don't have to physically always read.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Diagrams.
amazing, guys.
And
No,
graphs.
legit,
Yeah.
it does have diagrams and graphs.
It does.
He's joking.
That's fantastic.
Everything he needs in it, he's
Yeah.
got it.
That's amazing. All right. Next question is directionally challenged.
Okay, can you like explain that too?
So gets lost quite easily.
Bad with direction.
Me. Oh
Yeah.
wait. Oh, sorry. You'll get lost easily, or
Like is directionally. So if I say go left, right, and go
That's
like,
you. That's yours.
I feel like it's you directing
You're
me sometimes.
bad with your left and rights, bro. Whenever I tell you go left, you go right.
I do this though when I have to look at my left and right when I'm driving.
oh, you better not, because I give. God fucking damn it! So there's a.
When I was learning though, that's how I knew like left and right.
You
Then when
just
I was-
don't know left and right. So wait, you were learning what your left and right was while you were learning
No,
to drive.
so like I won't lie. I always got confused with my left and rights. Sometimes I still kind of do this day. It's just me. I won't deny that. You can pick
Dyslexia,
on me.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yep.
As I was driving, I knew there's a road rule here in Australia, Melbourne. You got to give way to your right.
Yep.
For me, I thought you give way to your left. So a good way I learned was always the opposite L. We'll give way to that. Whatever was on my side, the driver's side, where I was, you give way to that way.
See, I don't even think about it. I just left, right.
I don't think about it. Left, right, done.
You got an autistic kid driving behind the car. You gotta think A, B, C all the way to Z.
All right, fucking take the car.
It's just once you think left hand and right hand, it's easy.
All right. Do you think, without showing it, do you think this will be go to him? Yeah. Do you reckon we
Can
can
I
do
read it?
All right. How about this? All right. Take the card, but don't look at it. Do you accept?
There.
Yeah, you
Alright,
accept?
the ding. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now read the card.
Can be convinced of anything.
Now,
anything.
listen. Would you not say that I just convinced you to take a point without knowing what was actually on the card?
Well, sometimes in life, you gotta
the
take
card
a
and keep
risk.
it. I
You
rest
gotta
my
take- you
case.
gotta- Sometimes you gotta take a risk.
Your Honor, I win. All right, one more and I'll pass the deck over.
Done.
Leaves drunk friend on the street. All right, you can have that along with the rest.
Yeah. Pass it to him.
Done it. Don't
Yeah.
regret it.
Didn't remember. He left me for 20 minutes. I was waiting for him to get back from his cigarette.
Yeah, and you just left you on the street.
He left me bad.
Just having a nap in the gutter.
I wasn't napping. I was waiting for a cigarette.
Can't help but cheat.
Don't think it's any of us.
No, I think we're like you.
We're all
always
pre-
ex- you
we're
always
all-
explain the
Yeah,
rules
I'm one of those
before you-
people in the games. I'd rather know how to play the game properly than worrying about how to fucking cheat.
Mm.
Then
Yeah,
too,
no, that's fair
like
enough,
you
yeah.
can cheat on me and doze me.
We're all very good
Doesn't
Christian
matter.
boys.
I don't believe him.
No, I know. It was a...
Yeah, this one doesn't apply to any of us.
Wait, did you pass the deck to him?
Yeah, I did. Now he's reading. Did you miss?
Yeah, I missed. I was waiting to get a
I
hand.
thought we were going this way.
I didn't know what way we're going.
I thought you passed it to me when we were done reading.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid. This is why I am
Alright, if
stupid.
he's missed out, give him the cards.
No, I can't remember. This is why I'm stupid.
I'm sure that you didn't read.
I haven't
swear
read.
He read.
I read that card about can be convinced of anything.
Yeah. No, he hasn't read then.
I shuffled and read cards
I think
before.
I just picked up and started reading.
Yeah.
You were the first one.
I read the cards before we started. I
haven't
pulled
read
out the
either.
cards that were really dumb, stupid.
Well, okay,
and
wait.
really-
Okay, so if he hasn't read yet either, then we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah, okay.
That
Sorry,
was,
this
That was so pointless.
I am sorry.
Stupid and
On
a brain
behalf-
fart and a
On
half.
behalf of this whole production, I apologize for wasting your time and mine.
We can bleep this out.
I'm fucking leaving it in.
Oh man. Always falls asleep on couch. Yep. Who's that?
I don't find couches comfy to sleep on.
I actually love the couch. Not gonna lie.
You got a pretty good couch at home there.
I do have a pretty good couch.
Yeah, that's.
You slept on that couch.
I have slept on that
Yeah.
couch.
You even told me that was the best sleep in ages.
It's a pretty good couch.
It's like probably dented in by now. Is actively preparing for the end of the world.
Do you remember that Word document we made
Yeah.
in year 8?
Yeah.
Like we're listing off like a shopping list from Bunnings of like zombie
I
supplies.
think this applies to all of us. So it
Yeah.
doesn't count.
But actively, I'm not really. Like if it happens, it happens.
Oh, I'm
Great.
still planning.
We are in 2023 now.
Yeah.
It's
We-
coming.
We've lived through like 3 apocalypses. Remember the world was supposed to end in 2012.
Oh yeah, true.
We
So
did. We're just going through a different.
different timeline.
Yeah, it's
Supposed to be
different.
ending in one of these
It's
centuries.
two
in
different
2000,
universes
like-
shifting into one.
Yeah, there was the apocalypse of 2020, 2012.
We
Shit
all,
card.
all of. Actually, no.
What is it then?
Maybe not you. Oh, I think maybe you.
Just read the fucking card.
Doesn't have standards. I know you do.
Yeah, I've got. Why would you think I don't have standards?
I don't know. I just feel like you might fuck anyone, really.
Maybe twist the standards, sure. But I wouldn't say
What does
no
that mean?
standards.
Twist the standards.
I'd say like you don't break the rules, you bend them.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You always got to bend the rules a bit, like I said before.
Yeah.
You got to experience and try new things.
Yeah, but why the fuck would you think I have no standards?
I don't know.
Actually, no. I think I know why. Don't answer that. Let's move on. I'll tell you in the break.
I know why. In my mind.
I'll just.
Oh, shit.
I'll keep it as consolation, but
Yeah.
okay.
Is always right.
No argument there.
Just wants to go home.
You. We solved that by going to this house. Yeah, just constantly.
Is obsessed with beards.
I can't grow one, so.
I mean, I'm not obsessed. I already
Wouldn't
know I
say
can grow one.
obsessed.
I don't
No.
really.
Just as the best one, I guess.
I know everyone gets jealous of mine.
Yeah. Well,
I know he gets jealous.
Like the maintenance and that?
Does it look like I care about how I
yeah, I
look?
was gonna say, what a stupid fucking question.
I am fucking stupid.
But it's the obsessed part is important. Would you say not really?
I mean,
obsessed?
I do like going the goatee most of the time, so
Yeah. But it's
I wouldn't say I'm
obsession. That's pretty normal.
obsessed. Yeah, a lot of people do it.
Just yeah.
I'll do a couple more. Make sure their friends gets more fucked up than they do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I try. I mean, you were a high tolerance this fucking New Year's.
Yeah,
that
but
was
that's because
scary.
you went half then half, and you should have just gone one.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
you didn't make sure I was
Yeah.
more fucked up. We'll tell you about that.
Although
later.
to be fair, then we ended
He
up,
told me, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
and we
yeah.
ended up doing the other stuff later.
Oh,
And
by
that's
the
when
way,
it kicked
okay,
in.
yeah.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Look, it was good. All right. Well, fuck, I don't think I've said on this. New Year's, right? The New Year's cocktail. Try and not mix everything. You shouldn't do this, but I wanted to as like a. He convinced me. Hey, why? Like, we had a conversation about trying new things. I was just efficient about it. Never done MD before. Thought, fuck it, give it a go. All in all, here's the Barnzey food review.
Love it.
Yeah. So started off with half, which is what you're supposed to do when you're safe.
Yeah.
But
If you're new,
if you're new, which I understand,
which I don't do it.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at you.
it took like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, sometimes you get that.
But I think I know what it was. And I think it was because I smoked like during the day beforehand, so there was no like big
It
release.
shouldn't really have effect too much though, should it?
Not so much. Like weed and MD go well. Like
Together.
yeah, but sometimes.
That's why I kept.
Do you need
smoking.
someone
Yeah,
that's gonna have
but-
flashing lights and shit to trigger it?
But
That's
for
where
some
you
people
in a
it's
club.
different. But for some people it's different. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it did. Like it was a point in time where it felt different after, which is what it was
He
supposed
does
to.
wear glasses.
Yeah, I think. Huh?
He does wear glasses and contacts a lot too, so they're a reflection.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have anything to do with it.
I
Like.
reckon the light sensitivity is something.
That's what I'm saying, because
If he
you're
was
used to
wearing
contacts and
glasses,
glasses.
Yeah.
Your eyes wouldn't be so sensitized to that
to that light.
light. So because
Well,
it's
I'd
been
argue
guard
that
detected.
no, it is because there's a filter. I was wearing contacts at the time, so maybe because the filter was still there.
That's what I'm
Probably.
thinking, because
Yeah.
you have that rebound, because it's like a glance when you reflect the laser on a
Yeah. But even in the club, we weren't wearing glasses because we had 2 pairs. This cunt broke his, and he's like, "All right, give me the
that's
glasses."
why you always
Yeah.
hold it for him, or just give
I'll
him a
bring
spare pair.
Yeah, I had
that's
the
what I
spare,
did.
and I was like, "Great, I'll use this." And he goes, "No, I broke mine. Give him here."
That's why you put yours in my car.
Yeah, I did, because just in case. Because if it came down
Yeah.
to my glasses, he would have been wearing mine. And I'm like, "Well, we've got to be careful."
I wouldn't have stolen yours. I just would have worn
No, I
the
don't know,
spares
I
that
don't
were in my
know.
pocket.
They're in safe hands in terms of possession. They're not in safe hands in terms of if I'm going to get them back in one piece.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I can't guarantee.
Yeah. So after that, like I thought it was like still taking too long. So I had the second half after a few hours, and it was still taking its. I think I don't know. There wasn't like an immediate click of sober and non-sober because I was also drinking at the time.
Well,
too.
me personally, like when I used to do that stuff when I was younger and that, like, I don't know if that's because when I was a kid with autism and ADHD and that, grew up having Ritalin and Catapress, so used to having like high, speed calibrated medication, which, no offense, Ritalin's just speed.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, it's fucking speed.
It's just speed.
It is, but
You don't have to whisper, by the
yeah,
way.
but your like my tolerance was really high because I was so used to it. So when I got a bit older and started doing stuff like that, I had
It's
to have
progressing, yeah.
I had to have a lot more because same thing. It either took fucking hours and such a long time to work, or I'd get ones that just wasted money, waste time, wouldn't work, and I'd have to spend more to feel more or to actually feel something.
Yeah, which is why.
But that's what I'm saying. Some
But
people also have a
sometimes
different
for-
tolerance.
Sometimes for first timers it doesn't actually work.
Because that's what I mean. My first time, it didn't work until like the second or third.
Yeah, my first time it was nothing, didn't feel anything, and then second time
Because
barely
I was
felt
like
anything.
17 or 18 when I first did it.
Mm.
So
Then my
it's
third time, I think that's when I proper felt it. That was when I did green Heinekens. Yeah,
yeah, I
triple
did
press.
beige. I did a triple press beige green Heinekens.
Yeah, did 2 of those with Crampton, and then after that that was like a long night. It just lasted all night, and
We
then
had them, the red Facebooks, triple press, and the Facebook emotes.
yeah, I remember those.
So okay, were you doing
Chubba
these?
Those are my
chubs,
favourite.
chubba chubs.
Hang on. Were you doing these in club environments or like just like?
Nah,
children?
this
A
is-
bit of both.
No, a bit of both. Like, there's 2. So you can do it in the club,
Club,
which is normal,
party,
but or you
go out.
can just couch pin, which is what it's called.
See, I
couch
think
pinging.
that's what appeals to me more. Next time trying it, that's what I'm gonna do.
See, couch pinging. If you're couch pinging, you're doing it for more of the conversation with someone and stuff.
Alright.
Like, say if you're in a group and you're all doing it, and like,
It's always better to buddy up and do it
Yeah.
than do it alone.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just a loser doing drugs on your own.
well, pretty much.
Yeah.
If you're doing it in a group, then you're guaranteed to have an awesome conversation.
Better. Then you could be a group of losers doing drugs.
Well, yeah, it's what's the word? It's in a
Social?
not just social. It's read it before. Empathoid or something. Empathoid.
Empathoid.
Yeah,
I think
that's
sounds
it. That's what
right.
it is. Yeah, it's an empathoid. So.
It might be the biggest word I've ever heard you use.
Same, yeah. Well, oh, I'm not that stupid.
That's bad.
I'm not that stupid. Nah, so yeah, that's what it's called. So MD, that's an empathoid, and basically, it's what it says in the name. It makes you more empathetic,
And I
feelings
guess,
and
like,
stuff.
speeding or like trying to induce the effects more, like with nicotine, for example. That's what I tried. Like I'd never smoked before either.
Yeah, even smoking like cigarettes feels fucking amazing when you're an MD. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So something funny. For like 3 weeks after that, every day thought about those cigarettes. Like actually, it was like, okay, look, I know it's the drug, but like it was a memory in the back of the head. Like, fuck, that was good. Am I a smoker now? Yeah. And it's like
That's how it starts, man.
that's how it starts.
Yeah.
That's how you're like, okay, stay away. Like that's why I never like took up. I've had many
Well,
opportunities.
for me,
to have
as a cigarette smoker, like you know, I smoke cigarettes a lot. That I found it a bit like hard to quit, but now because I've tried so much, I've finally done it. I'm on. To him, explain today. I'm on a 1 month, 1 week today.
It's a good
Legit
job.
no smoke, like cigarettes, which is really good.
Like don't get me wrong, cigarettes make you look cool as fuck.
Whereas I'm a fucking C-butt brain.
Yeah. Well, there's two sides to it. There's like if you're dressed nicely and you're smoking, it's different to if you're dressed like a crackhead and smoking. Yeah. Even if you're the same person.
I think I have two sides to that.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
But no, I did think about those cigarettes for a while.
I vape more now than I do anything.
I'd say,
Vaping's worse.
yeah, I'd say that's worse, for sure.
Because you're not just like, yeah, you're smoking the chemicals in cigarettes, but you're smoking the actual, like, all the chemicals in the fucking vapes.
Which is
just the chemicals.
Yeah. No, even having weed vapors.
Mm.
Like, yeah, I tried that and it's like, nah, I prefer the old-fashioned Australian way.
Mm. Well, THC
Bongs.
oils,
Yeah.
Bongs.
Bongs are the way
oil
to go.
vapes are good, but yeah, like bongs hit it hard.
Yeah, definitely. And even like tolerance to that has like joints don't do nearly as much.
Oh, hell yeah.
No way. It's just a social thing, stand outside and it costs more resources than it's worth,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So just go straight for the
Well, that's the
pipe.
thing. When you have a bong, like, you can get stoned for like an hour or two, feel that. Like, if you're not a constant smoker like me. Yeah, you could last hours instead of a joint. Like, you have to like roll maybe like 4 cones into the one fucking thing.
Yeah. But even then it doesn't have the same effects. Which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Why it's just a waste.
You're just going at it slowly, and it's just a fucking waste. Whereas you just have that little pact in the fucking bong, and you just go.
Yep.
Yeah, baby, that's the shit.
Much better. Don't smoke.
No children.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't
Drugs
do
are
drugs.
bad.
So wait. Don't do drugs irresponsibly.
Don't do drugs.
Don't
unless
get
it's weed.
caught.
Yeah.
That as well.
Yeah. We're not advocating, but it's pretty cool.
I'm advocating. Do weed. It's awesome.
This podcast is satire and performance, and nothing we say or do should be taken seriously legally.
Legalize marijuana though.
Next card.
Is obsessed with their butt.
None of us. That's a girl card.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
But you're
That was wicked. That was so good.
Gets trapped by revolving door.
gets trapped. So like if you're, all right, let's say you're, okay. Do you know what I mean when I say move with a purpose? So if you're walking
Like do
somewhere,
something. Like do.
if you're walking somewhere, you're not like taking your time and shit. You're going somewhere because you've got to be there. Okay, so people who don't do that tend to be more, I guess, unconfident. Unconfident. I think that's the right word. They're unconfident in their move. So if you're in the pressure
Insecure.
of a revolving door,
Like
and you
insecure?
miss that gap, that's what that card is describing. So I don't think any of us are at that level of social anxious.
If I see a revolving door, I'm going around it.
Yeah, but for fun. You're not doing it because you're nervous to get out.
Yeah,
you don't
I'm
get
doing it for
stuck. You're
fun.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. Whoa.
Yeah. As long as you don't damage the screen.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah.
Alright. Destined to be your trophy wife.
I don't think any of us are trophy wives.
He's good looking enough to be a trophy wife.
That's very generous. You should thank him.
Maybe a trophy husband.
Yeah. They're already shuffled, man. Just take one.
Was a fat kid. I think we need a photo.
Take it,
this.
Chubbs.
Yeah, put a photo up there.
Bro, I think like in puberty you stretched out. Like if you had one of those medieval torture devices and you went up like that, the fat shrink in when you got taller.
That's what I
That's
was
what's happened.
thinking about it because I was pretty short. I was like five something,
Yeah.
and then next year,
You
reaching
look
up
like a
to
little
6
Danny
foot.
DeVito.
Say again?
Little Danny DeVito.
Yeah. The Danny DeVito is an extreme example. But
Yeah.
like,
Perfect example.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, would go out if they didn't have to get up.
Well, he still ends up out.
Yeah, after like we've badgered him to come out.
That's true.
I'll still sit down.
Sitting down right now.
Volunteers to
Exactly.
ride in a trunk of a car. I would sit in the boot if that's like
That's what that
saying
means.
like.
That's what that means. If the car's
Oh
full, and
yeah,
you're
I'm,
like, yep,
I'm,
I'll go in the boot. I'll do
I'm
it.
that person.
Go take the card then. I think. I'm happy to. I've never done it before. You've done it before though, right?
I've done it before.
Yeah.
You've done it
Oh,
before. Yes,
yeah.
so that discounts me, but also you keep winning, so I'll give you fucking.
Shames people.
What?
Shames people for going to bed.
Oh yeah, so like, oh, sorry mate, I gotta go up early for work tomorrow morning. You go, oh
you're a
pussy.
bitch.
Oh,
yeah.
go to bed. Yeah.
That's not me. If you want to go to bed, go to fucking bed, bro. It's
I'm the
rather
same. Like rather that
Do a
person.
little
go
bit
to-
of shaming.
I'll give him a piss a bit, but like rather than like no, work's important.
No, so I'll say, I understand, but you're a bitch for doing it.
Yeah.
Do you want the card?
Yeah, I'll take the
You
card.
have it.
It's in good fun though. It's not mean, I think.
No, it's not. Well, as long as the other person doesn't interpret, but if he does, then he is actually a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You go to bed, pussy.
You're gonna be a bitch and go to bed.
Okay. Has 3-hour conversations about space. I feel like me and you are this.
Yeah, we can do
This is us.
We can do it. For sure.
Michael, who do you reckon this card would go to? See, I don't know all that much
It's
about
a hard
space.
one because I know he's smart enough and knows a bit more about space than either one of us.
I feel like I'll just be talking
But
about how
here's the
scared
thing.
I would be to get lost in space.
But that could be what the conversation
Yeah.
is. It
It's
just
about-
says about space. So if you imagine we're all sitting around, we're on a deck in someone's backyard. We're sitting in chairs, we're smoking a bit, and we're just looking at the stars, and that's how the conversation starts.
That would, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he would have more knowledge on it, like actual like.
It's not even
proper
about knowledge, even
But-
hypotheticals.
But no, but here's the thing.
I'll
I
give you
think
the card.
before you hand that over to him, I think he would find a way to keep talking about it.
Well, that's because he
Find,
just doesn't
like-
shut up sometimes.
Well, I know.
So I would actually say that this card could belong to all of us.
I think he would walk and leave halfway through. He wouldn't sit there for 3 hours. I would
That's
sit
space. I love space.
there. Okay, maybe.
Yeah. Well, see, I know you just picked up a bunch of cards, but I think that's a good way to be like, yep, and that's how we end the Drunk Don't Stupid for this one, because I don't know how long this is going to go for, but I think ending on a card that applies to everyone, it's great.
Yeah, all right.
Right. And there's still more. Still fucking more,
Here we go.
right? And I know that Michael's fucking won. I've got 4 between Luch and I.
I've got
1, 2,
I've got
3,
5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think we need a new game.
Yeah, I think we do too, because it's just...
I like this game.
Yeah, you just fucking win. That's
Is there a
right.
part 2?
This is,
Oh,
we're on
you
part
need
3. Yeah, so let's put all the
Is there a
cards we
second
use.
edition to this
That's
game?
the ones I've used.
No,
Those are the ones that I've just used.
that you just picked up from there that we haven't read.
Yes, as well. Sorry.
So
It was.
Wait, which is which?
I had 5.
5. Take out 5. Yeah. No, we're fully capable of like sitting around talking about space stuff. Yeah. All right.
So, got an email this morning.
An email, did you?
Yeah. It's on how to... It's basically this thing on how to read maps backwards, but it's a spam.
How to? Why would you need to read maps backwards?
It's a spam.
I might is something I'm supposed to get.
Think about it.
I got it.
No wonder you got it so quick. I'm surprised you got it so quick because to use spam just said maps because you're fucking dyslexic and you saw the words pop
What's
out.
spam backwards?
Yeah, I just said yeah, he just got it. And I was sitting there like, is there a smart thing to do with this joke? No, there is no. It's a dumb fucking joke.
It is a dumb fucking joke.
I thought you were just really like starting conversation before. I was like, we discussed before that we don't do emails. What are you on about? And then,
Is this all gonna be in the same video, or are you gonna cut
no,
it half?
this is split up in two.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, because an
This
hour
is
is
the
pretty
second
good.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Now, I'm gonna make sure the camera's rolling for this.
Alright, so what is this?
Alright, this is a game that I like to call Cancel Me Now. Basically, I'm going to read out an opinion, and it's based on... So I listen to a podcast called Cancel Me Now with Isaac Butterfield, and this is part of the segment stealing segment where I take segments from other people's shows and make it my own.
I've seen this. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good idea, and it's a
And
good way
it's
to
yours.
absorb... Yeah, it absorbs me of guilt.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Can
That's
I-
it. Not guilt.
Barnzey-
Copyright. And I'm going to... basically, we're all going to read out an opinion, and you've got a minute to defend it. And it doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. You just
It's
have to
like judge
convince
and
us.
jury. We
Sort
play a game
of.
at school called judge
Yeah.
and jury. You have to so you got what we call popular and unpopular opinion.
Oh, these are full of unpopular opinions.
Yeah, so you got to find an argument, a reason to argue about it, and then why it'd be good or bad.
Yes. This one you have to agree with what's on the,
Okay,
what's on the
sweet,
paper.
sweet.
And good luck. So you get to flex your improv muscles.
Wait, so we just have to agree with it and like...
Improv muscles. Yeah.
Wow.
So now these range from if you imagine traffic lights, red, orange, red, yellow, green. Some of these are green, some of these are yellow, some of these are like indefensible red.
Well,
The very
I have
first
a question
one-
for you. When you see the color,
But there's no
Orange.
colours on there. This was just in my notes. So the
Oh,
very
this is
first
good.
one, the very first one that was red is the age of consent should be lowered to 15.
I know.
Oh,
I
this
was
is gonna
watching
be
that
sinister.
podcast.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So, with that being said,
Okay. Do I pick and read?
you want to pick first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go. Just
Because I was reading the cards in the stock, so it's like, alright, sweet. Sorry, microphone. There's your bowl.
thank you.
And Australia should have mandatory military
Conscription.
conscription
Yep.
as the age of 18 for 3 years.
So do you
Can
know?
you
So some
explain that to
countries,
me?
yes. So
Thank
some
you.
countries they'll say when you turn 18, you have to serve in the military. So South Korea do it.
So back in the other old times when you were 18,
Yep.
one male from each family had to go fight.
Yep.
Or
And this one's
partake in
saying
the
that
war.
Australia should do it. And
Well-
from ages 18 to 21, you have to serve the military.
I swear on the news or on the radio, pardon me, all too long ago, I actually heard them saying and talking about introducing something like that because of the situation with Russia and Ukraine.
That's what inspired the.
question.
Yeah, the question.
No.
So, with that being said, yeah, do you want to think about it for a little bit?
For me personally, I've got a lot of family in my family that have served army.
This sounds like it's part of your argument. So if you want to, if you use that for time, your timer
Yeah.
will start in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin.
Well, like I said, I have family that have in the Air Force, Navy, ex-military as well, basics. But that's as well from the time compared to how old I am now and their time. That was a normal thing that would kind of pursue. So I know now we have more a freedom of choice what we can and can't do in the world. My personal opinion,
Your personal opinion is what's on the paper.
yeah, I would love to do it. I feel like I would for myself, but if it was a law state saying that you had to, I kind of wouldn't agree upon that. Because no offense,
You have to. It's the game.
yeah, I know, but
Convince me. Tell me that I have to do it, and tell me why.
why you have to?
Yep.
Oh well,
I mean,
at the end of the day, it's like how it would be. We were born in this country, you got to defend it. If any partake or pride that you have living here, you'd want to defend it like your house and home. It's like, no offense, you're not just going to let some dude walk in your house and break your wife or missus shit.
And that's time. So, do you think you convinced me?
Sort
that
of.
I should, sort of.
Not really.
Did he convince you? That you
No.
should? No. More passion, mate.
Oh, sorry.
More passion. And if you can make it funny and horrendous, then even better. Yeah, I know, make it funny. You're like, don't you want to die for your country?
Do you want to serve?
Yeah. Have I got the job for you? All right. Michael, you're up.
Alrighty.
If it's a shit one, we can change it.
Okay. Oh, hell yes. Catholicism should be banned. Fucking oath it should be banned, man.
Alright, good.
Organized religion can kiss my ass.
Time starts now. Go.
Okay, come on, people. Fucking organized religion is a joke. It's all bullshit. They put shit on the book, stories that, we're meant to be told that it's like, what is it supposed to be, some kind of gospel? Mate, they're just stories, okay? No one actually knows what the fuck happened back then. No one knows if Jesus was real. A tide happened, may have happened. Yeah, it always fucking happens, bro. Took fucking one dude to build an ark and say, oh yeah, this will work. Let's just save all the animals.
Sounds believable to me.
Yeah, that sounds believable, but hey, fucking a flood comes, all we have to do is go on top of the building now. Who gives a shit? It's a natural fucking cause, not God's fucking
So why should it
wrath.
be banned today? Why should it be banned?
Why should it be banned? Because everyone's not believing it anymore. Alright, there are more scientific proofs than fucking religious proofs these
So
days.
are you saying people going on now their own beliefs than actual religion beliefs?
There are more people in Catholicism that become serial killers than actual people who are like, normal and atheists. At least atheists have a good realization on how the world should fucking be.
That is a good point that I never considered.
Yeah, no, that's...
Catholicism, though, they're just trying to convince everyone God is real, God is that, you should believe in it.
So that's what it's become, but I believe that in the olden times, like what you were describing, is that people were using it as a sort of manual on how they should live their life morally.
I agree with you on this argument because I reckon I have a theory about it. I reckon my personal opinion in those times, like BC ages, Arctic ages, you got, time, so we have the Bible, we have the book, we have stories, no offense. Back in those times, if you
guys speak quiet, I move the mic closer to
if you ate, I think it was a red apple.
Yep.
It was bad luck. You're a witch. It was poison. It was by the colors or how it looked. If you were a lesbian or you liked women, you were a witch. If you're how we are now, if you were just
that's not gay, then
if you giggled a lot more than other people, you were a devil. It was allocated to certain things you would mark. But what I think happened in time itself back then. Someone just wrote a story and just like imagination, just how we are now with our minds. We just think and we collaborate and we expand and we share, and their knowledge of what, their creativity mind. I reckon that's what started the peak of everything. And we've gone on from that manual and just been peaking.
I think I agree. Like the interpretation gets lost.
Yeah, that's
over
what I mean.
time.
I reckon it was just a bedtime story that got turned into
a religion.
a religion.
So
Therefore become organized religion.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm amazed that you didn't bring up Catholic priests fucking kids. Not once. Not one. That would have been that's it. Debate over. Like that's it. They've ruined it for
all of
everyone.
them fuck kids though.
A fair
amount do,
enough of them do.
but not all of them.
And you're like, no, I'm not going to mention anything about this. That would have won me over. So I'm leaning more towards agree than disagree with your argument. And for the sake of that, yep, all right, I agree. You've convinced me.
I'm convinced and I agree with his argument.
Yeah.
That's right, fucking Catholicism. Kiss my ass.
See, they're like not grew up Catholic. Just because there's growing up proper Catholic and there's growing up with like
I
Catholic.
got
Like
kicked out of a
Catholic
Christian
schools,
school,
like-
if that helps.
Yeah, the same with Catholic Christian schools.
Yeah.
I wasn't Christian.
Oh, you weren't?
I no, hell no. I'm not baptized or
No, you
nothing,
went
dude.
to Point Cook Senior. and
No,
shit.
yeah, before I moved to Point Cook, and like when I was living in Werribee and Hoppers, there's a Christian school called St. Andrews. Yeah. I went there, and like every Monday or Tuesday, I think it was, we had to go to church, like after assembly. And your communion, I think it's called communion. Yeah, they give you these sandal things. I had to walk up, like they give you a uniform and that when you do it, like yeah.
Oh.
And I had to wear these sandals, yeah. And I remember walking up and I stubbed my toe on this little wooden pit stool and I yelled out Jesus fucking Christ on the microphone at the age of 6, man. Do you think they're gonna let a kid back with
Absolutely
a priest
not.
right next to you?
No.
I don't know if you wanted to bend me over and smack my ass for
In
saying the
terms
F
of
word,
punishment-
fucking punishment, or just
Yeah.
do it because you might have liked me.
As I say, you got away with that. He had a good excuse there.
Yeah, but like
Oh, and there's another thing. There are like boarding Catholic schools
There
that
are,
still
yeah.
do that.
they do that. Yeah.
Punished by whipping. Or with the ruler.
Sutherland
smacking the
Hill,
hand with the
actually.
ruler.
Yeah, Sutherland Hill, they still, like, when you do the classes and that there, they actually say and explain to you that they will whip you with the ruler. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
went there for school
Hold your
camp, 'cause-
hand out in the middle of the hallway in front of the
yeah,
whole school.
I have a
and just
scar
whack
in the
right
middle of my
fucking
hand from one of the, like, situations that happened at Sutherland Hill, because we actually had to go, so we did Warrnambool and Ballarat for 2 weeks. So we did 1 week at Warrnambool and then 1 week in Ballarat, but we stayed at Sutherland Hill for that week.
So wait, how would they get away with that legally? You'd have to sign a waiver or so.
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
forms and you would acknowledge everything.
Well, I think it's because your parents sign the thing when you go on the excursion. It's like
that.
Yeah, I remember, like,
It's
because
mainly
I had it.
for boarding schools for like priests and nuns and stuff like that.
But they're also explaining, and you'll be situated to learn about how things would run and be in those times. Like we weren't allowed our phones or anything. This kid walked around with like a pocket watch thing, and that's how we knew how long class was. And it wasn't a bell or nothing. You had to know yourself.
Jeez.
But I remember in class, like, because I smiled, she said something, and she told me to come out the front and put my hand out, and I was like, I thought she was kidding. She like actually whipped me with the ruler.
Jeez.
And you're a kid in class. No offense, you're
That's
either ready
scary,
to throw your hands or like you shit scared.
Yeah, of course.
So like in my mind, like no offense, I bark back like you can't do that. But situated, you were in school and for a school project, you have to do that's what's told. And I apparently was misbehaving in those times. You know, you had to have clean nails. You had to have your nails clipped. Your teeth had to be brushed. Your uniform had to be
more
straight.
than just
It
like,
was
hey,
like-
wear your blazer.
Like,
Yeah, like
military,
that's
it's
it.
like
Yeah. Yeah,
cadets.
pretty good. Yeah.
It's like when you
I
do cadets, they
never
would
wore my
teach you that
fucking
same thing.
uniform.
You know, that same process of what they would be expected.
Yeah. So like for us, like there was a period of 3 years didn't wear a blazer, didn't get away with it. But if it was this strict,
Was
school,
Tobias Sadler one of those people that'd be a fucking Karen and come up to you and wrong uniform, buddy?
yeah, it's like, hey, where's your blazer? It's like, oh, sorry, miss, I left it at home. I didn't own a
I'll
blazer.
call him as a
I
miss
ran
as a
away
muppet.
with wearing my sport uniform for 3 years,
Years.
at that school. Yeah. I just made the excuse that I was fat. It was like I kept like putting the guilt trip on them on how I was
Oh,
fat and
you're
stuff.
like, oh, sorry, miss, I can't wear my formal uniform. I'm too fat.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and then she would just.
That's
come
why
up
the
to
fat
me
kid
and
card got past
She
you in
wouldn't
the
say
other
a word.
episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I had my growth spurt and fucking shrunk in a bit that shit didn't work anymore. It was so sad.
What an amazing excuse. I can't, you know what? And then if you did have a blazer to be like, if you had to carry it around or had to show up with one, you get one that's a size too small for you. So you could be like, miss, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's legit. I would like
All you
rip
have
the
to do
button
is
off.
just
I was
tuck
like,
it in.
No,
Yeah.
seriously,
Like,
once
miss-
I actually like ripped the button off and was like, miss, I was all sad and pretending to be sad. I was like, miss, my stomach kind of like popped out the button. Like, I can't wear
And you're like,
this.
don't worry about it, Michael. It's okay.
Yeah. Quickly ran into like the office and they gave me the sports uniform to wear instead, like in the bags. And they just told me to chuck that on, chucked it on, and then I wore that for the rest of the day. Chucked my clothes in my
Fucking
bag.
good on you.
And then for 3 years straight, just wore my fucking sports uniform. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I was a fucking crook in school.
So if I talked in class, laughed, or did anything to distract anyone, we would get sent to principal's office and then sent home. So like we would call what we call half days. You would go to school, first 2 sessions, and be sent home by the next like
I
lunch.
minded my own fucking business in class. I was sleeping in class.
I did that
I
too.
would, I would have the book like this, and I'll just have like my head like
I
that.
did one better. So when I first got contact lenses, I didn't tell anyone, and I just, the lie to my teachers was that, hey, my glasses broke over the weekend, and all I've got is these prescription sunglasses. I literally just walked around all day, every day,
I remember
wearing
that.
sunglasses.
I remember that.
And then I was sitting there in accounting like this,
Oh, that's beautiful.
and just.
I remember that.
See, it wasn't like that, but you know when we had like nat plan and tests and that.
Yeah.
So like you weren't allowed to wear like hoodies and that, but our school didn't mind if you wore a hoodie and your school shirt over,
Okay.
like because we were sports uniform as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I used to have this hoodie where the strings are here. It was actual headphones. Yeah, and my teacher knew. So
Of course.
okay, I had to think of plan Bs. So what I used to do in class, I was one of those kids. If I ever did like work test or anything, we weren't allowed to listen to music. I wear a long sleeve.
Put it on.
Put it on, just
And you sit there like that.
And the teacher would always try to get me, but I always have a hair tie, and I always make sure to tuck it
Yeah.
over too.
So that
if
when
I
you
need to
release
use
it,
my
just goes
thumb, I just flick it. And
Yep. And it's like, yeah, what miss?
But that was my like secret trick and why I was looking like an Indian bobbing my head every 2 seconds.
Oh, but AirPods when in school were the best, and having them on.
Well, they weren't really AirPods because they still had the connector, and that's the shit thing. I feel like now you get away with it because
I think he's talking about like I think in the back end of high school, like AirPods were around.
Yeah, they just came out, and then I remember back in VCAL, all we did.
We had Beats.
We'd just have a fucking AirPod in.
I had
cover
Beats,
it with their hand, or the girls would cover it with their hair, and then not even listen to a fucking word what the teacher was saying.
And then they wonder why they're doing shit in class.
It was good times.
Yeah.
We're worried
Actually,
about
we
their
did
fucking
alright.
makeup and their fucking photos. Sorry.
That's alright. I was already asleep, and I was getting stoned at the back building, so.
We cut a hole at our school, like the fence, just so in snack and lunch we could go sneak off and have a sesh. Because my mate's like house was just across the road, so
nice.
snack and lunch at high school, the back over teachers wouldn't go there. We'd just go through, but they knew, so we always had to like cut it open again and go to his.
Well,
head.
hang on. If they knew, they'd just catch you coming back.
No, but this is a stupid thing. We thought that, but teachers wouldn't go on the oval. It was really weird.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
You might want to bleep that out after I say this. Yeah, but I remember he actually caught me once. He didn't rat me out.
Good on him.
Gave him the joint.
That's why I'll bleep it out.
And then he gave me $5. I was like, fair deal.
Alright, on it.
That was the best time ever. And I remember when I came back next week, he came up to me and he's like, "You got any more by any chance?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get you some."
No fucking way.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. He actually would come up to me asking me.
Used to ride a bike.
No, that was a different one. This was.
We'll tell you after the break. We'll tell
Yeah,
you.
we'll
I'll
tell
tell
you.
you at the end of the
He used
episode.
to have, I used to have
afterwards.
ciggies with him.
Yeah,
He was awesome.
that's great.
It was the best.
So
I got away with so much shit after that.
my question. It's gonna be tough. I think. Oh no, I reckon I can do it. The drinking age should be 21.
Throw that away.
No. That's part of the game. I put shit ones in there where you're like, nah, completely disagree. So I'll wait for the timer. Right. Okay. So look at all the drunk driving accidents that happen between everyone ages 18 and younger, where they can get their license, or they get their L's at 16. They learn to drive. They can do their hours and that shit, and they move on to 18, and it's the same time that they can get a drink. So teaching kids to go, yeah, it's all right. You're learning to drink. You're learning to drive. It's okay, we can do that. Look at Americans. They turn 21, then they get to drink. And they go through their learning to drive, all the crucial development years. The alcohol does not affect their brain in the same way that someone drinking younger. You can't argue against me and say that people who have their first drink and start drinking when they're 13 or 14 are a little bit fucked up. So by increasing the age, that would allow a window to, I guess, close, let the crucial development happen, and then you can go for your life, go drinking. That being said, time is up. That was all fucking complete bullshit. Don't agree with any of it. And if you raise the age to 21, people will just start drinking earlier, and it will become illegal.
More shops will get
I
robbed.
don't agree with
and
that,
I'm
'cause
telling
kids
you
will be
this
kids and
as
they
an
always find a way.
ex-bartender. Like, bottle shops and like bartending industry will get robbed and bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like, won't make money.
No, it wouldn't. No,
It wouldn't,
It's, like, it's also drinking culture for Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's Melbourne. Like,
Yeah.
didn't Melbourne start like a beer fest thing?
I think so.
Yeah. It's like
think
there's
so.
there's a beer run, like you know what I'm on
Yeah,
about, one of
yeah.
those beer
But like
runs.
Americans, right? They'll have their first drink at like college parties if they're a pussy.
At their fraternities as
Oh
well.
yeah, but like frats too. So at 16, 17, I'll sneak off and get drinks. They're doing it at that age anyway. Yeah. So it's like, no, but 21, that's their rule there. I think in some countries in Europe, it's lower. It's like 16. It might be 16 in Germany. And people are much more well adjusted. There's actually less drink driving accidents. I don't have the statistics for
There's
it.
a country where you can do it really young. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it might be the one you're on about. But yeah, you can drink at a young age there.
But just think about like
There's some places where you can smoke cigarettes and buy them from the store at 13.
There you go. See, now I don't fully agree with that.
I feel like it's Indonesia.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, it's
like an
mostly those
Indonesian thing.
country, Indonesia, Thailand, sort of thing.
So, but like raising the restriction will just increase people. So if you tell someone, hey, don't do this, especially if they're a young, impressionable I guess, child, not even child, but like teenager, they'll go, well, fuck you, I want to do it. And they'll just go do it. Yeah.
Any kid thinks like that.
When you're 18 and you drink too much, and when you're 19, you don't want to drink very much. Like, did you guys go through that phase?
I went through that phase when I was 16.
Yeah, I started drinking when I was younger, and then when I got older, just got bored of it.
Exactly. So to go through that earlier, it's probably...
I don't know if that's because I did bartending, though, as well.
Possibly.
Because I got really sick of serving people and just dealing with alcohol. Like,
you remember me when we were first like properly hanging out? I was drinking
all the time. Yeah.
But it got to a point where it was like,
it's just not fun. You're just poisoning yourself for no reason.
I would like be vomiting every like second day and just like killing my insides. I'd be ending up with a tank throat, vomiting blood afterwards, and then I was like,
it's
fuck
not
this.
worth it.
And then I just kept smoking weed and kept doing that for over and over, and I was like, this is even better. I get more chill. I'm much better to talk to, less better. Emotional. Yeah.
I agree. There you go. See, that's why I put ones in like that, even with ones that I disagree with, because someone else might have drawn that. And they might have had a good argument that convinced me. I didn't even convince myself there.
Well, with this question I got, it had kind of like is just the same as what you've just said about drinking, but it's not drinking, it's now driving to 13.
So that's good.
My
so what's the
argument
question?
is, 13-year-olds should be allowed to drive.
I really want to hear you justify this. Because it's not the same thing at all. The time starts now.
Okay, so, age 13, you heading into high school, you're at your peak, your teenage years. It's when I think it is the best time to learn because, it's when your maturity starts developing. You're in that mindset, you gotta get it. You want things, you're going to start picturizing for your life and where you're going to go. No offense, you can't go to those places. You ain't got no wheels. Get it done earlier, get it done better, get your future set first. That's my point.
You want to cut it short?
I'm going to cut it short.
That's good.
I disagree with that.
Convinced.
You're a 13-year-old behind the fucking wheel. It's not GTA. It's not Need for Speed. It's not fucking Forza. Alright, go to an arcade, pay you $2.50, learn. You dumb cunt. You can bleep that out, but no.
No, I'm not bleeping it.
If I catch any motherfucker that's 13 years old driving on the wheel, you won't want me behind you, bro.
You see a kid like this,
I'll break your car, cunt.
fucking driving.
You frustrate me. I don't think you should be 16 and learning. Yeah. He's 22 and only still has his learners, and that's my point. Wait till you're his age.
I'm not confident in your ability to drive.
You're near his age. When your life is getting sorted. Okay? Then get your fucking license, you dickhead.
Oh, that's good. You know what's funny? I can cut it out of context and be like, yeah, this dude wants people to learn to drive at 13. And you'd be like, no, I disagree with that. Watch the episode.
Look at me, I'm still at home my license. I'm a good example.
Why you should. Why 13-year-olds learn how to drive?
Bro, can you imagine it just like cuts to like just getting...
Well, that's why I said it like that. If you do want to put that in, go for it, man.
Dude, that's great. That's what I'm looking for. That's beautiful. All right, here we go, Michael.
Oh, here we go. Oh, two.
I put mine just here.
Yeah, I'll make sure to discard them later. As long as they don't go back in the bowl.
Yeah, that's
everyone should be forced to smoke weed on their 18th birthday.
Fuck that! Alright, you got okay, 3, 2, 1, go for it.
Oh, come on. Do I really need to explain why this is mandatory? This should be fucking mandatory. Everyone knows why. Okay, you know why you smoke weed. You know why you smoke weed. It feels fucking good. Alright? Any person who starts smoking weed for the first time, of course they're going to think they might have a bad experience. They might have a good experience. All you need is an experience to know if you like it or not. But every child needs to know what it needs to feel like in order for them to decide. All right, any kid who wants to smoke weed.
18 is not a kid, remember?
Well, as soon as they, all right, fine. As soon as they hit into adulthood, every child should be forced to smoke weed just to see if they like it and to get statistics to make it legalized or not. The younger generation, of course, most of them are already smoking weed. But if one person, say like you didn't smoke weed throughout high school, and next thing you know, you had to do some kind of mandatory test where you had to test it out. Court legalization tests, see how it affects over the years, different weeds they make and how it affects over the years. It's how they'll legalize it. See if it's safe.
Time run out, but I want to keep talking about this because
it's got interesting.
Good. Yeah, it is good. That's why I put them in. And I was hoping, like, it always happens every time I do this. Someone gets just the right like, topic card. Yeah.
But I mean, that's actually a good thing that they should do. They should like do some kind of test just to see like different effects on people, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Actually, they have done studies on it.
But it's not even just a study thing. It's more like a social thing. Because think about it. Alcohol is legal, and
Of course, you can't do that to a child.
All
But
right.
No,
like,
that's why I said 18.
Yeah.
I can do a real good point.
Yeah.
So I argue with my mum on this. Yeah. All right. So I count weed as a drug.
Yes.
No offense. It's a plant, seed, water it, grow it like a flower. It's a weed. It's called weed. You're fucking dumb if you're gonna argue with me.
It's just unfortunate that
I'm
it's
not gonna go
classified.
there.
It's classified as a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, in case, like you said, classified as a drug. In the way the world is at the moment, like, I'm not saying Point Cook, like Ira as an example. Like, I just noticed, like, as you grow up, you know, just being social and living as growing up, you know, how we grew up, you know, smoking marijuana was like a normal thing. It was like what you said, like, you know, cigarettes and drinking, you know, at a young age. It's just a thing you kind of do at a young age, but it just becomes kind of normal and social. So it's like when I sat and talked to my mum about it, it's like, you know, it's kind of normal to sit there, chop and mix and just kick back and have a mix with your mates. You know, it's like when you'd have a cigarette and, you know, in the backyard, it's that same sociality. It's that same concept. It's no different. It's just how we have been brought up and kind of revolved ourselves and been around for so long, but that's how we've grown up.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. Like, it's just a social thing that's now a normal thing. And that's why I'm surprised it's not legalized.
unfortunately, with like alcohol and drugs, you're not guaranteed to have a good time. Or things won't end well.
Like, I'm
With
saying,
weed,
like,
though,
don't mix. Like, it's not a good idea to
But
mix
with
stuff.
weed, you know, it's actually guaranteed that you will be safe, and at the end of the day, you will have a good time.
It all comes down to personal responsibility.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, and your personal feelings
Like,
as
at
well.
the end
Like
of the
how
day, the most thing you're going to probably feel is either, like, your head spinning or you're going to be real hungry.
Yeah.
Real hungry.
Don't get me wrong, some people shouldn't have it. People that have
Yeah.
like massive levels of anxiety normally, if this heightens their anxiety, don't have it.
Well, yeah, because that is one thing weed does. It heightens your emotions. But having said that, some people have different effects and they have like bad anxieties. Some people smoke weed to relax, and so they just don't feel anxiety.
Yeah,
they might have a little small tiny bit of paranoia, but that's just about it.
Well, that's where the medicinal sort of factors of weed come into it. That's why it's used for therapy as well. Like, it's good for recovery. It's good for like mental state. It's
Yeah.
just-
But the
Well,
only
that's the thing. It can be used for a lot of different things. Like you said, medical, mentality. It can even like me. Like, I used to smoke for like body joints and pain. You know, body pain. It can be used for multiple things. I guess it just your use of why you smoke and how much and what you're obtained to do it is the reason why it's like legalized. If that makes sense, it's not legal because, you know, as well back in the day, you know, drug was a compound, as profited money, and the government wasn't getting that
Because we're
profit.
giving people cocaine.
Exactly. Oh yeah,
there used to be
do you know what's funny?
cocaine in Coke.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. My dad used to say I used to walk here, there, fucking everywhere. I'm like, you know why? Do you know how much fucking cocaine was in your Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
And he'd sit there and look at me like, but you, it's
It's
fucking
there.
no.
It's the recipe.
It wasn't sugar.
No.
It wasn't called Coke for no reason, you dick knob.
And that's why cocaine is called coke.
And that's why they still haven't changed the logo.
Yeah. Good point, actually.
I'm serious.
It's really
one of
strange
the-
at
it's one
first
of
where
the-
it was just like someone with their nose like this above the
Well, if
letter.
you look at it, it's such a conjoined and swelled as well. So
Yeah.
those long stems of
Yeah.
extra
Interesting. Interesting.
All right, bro. I'll let you.
Well, let's see.
We've all done
done
two.
two, that's right.
Except you.
It's all right. This will be the last
Last
one, and then
one.
we'll wrap up the show.
And I hope everyone also got really fucked on New Year's. Because if you didn't, you're a little bitch.
All right. Fat people should be charged double for fast food and restaurants.
But what about us skinny kids?
Careful what you say next. I'm just saying.
I'm waiting for the timer now so that it's all even. All right, if you eat twice as much and it shows, you should be charged twice as much. Think of it like taxes. If you want to take up that much space on an airplane seat, you should pay extra for it. And if that comes in the form of double the cost at McDonald's, you fat piece of shit, then so be it. Be fitter. Be skinnier. No, skinner. Fitter is the better word. It takes so much effort to be fat that it's just not worth it. Just don't eat. Just do something else. And that's why you should be charged double. You need the tax. I got 20 seconds. All right. You're just too big. You need to just fit up a little bit. And if it means that you have to pay more, yeah, then fucking you pay your dues and you get to be that fat. Otherwise, suffer and die early.
Now, I'm not taking anything that you just said personally, but the fact that you were looking at me the entire time you're saying all that,
I know,
that I'm taking personally.
Yeah, take it personally. Go do it.
I'm the little guy.
I can't look at Zach and say, stop being fat, you piece of shit.
Well, if that was me, my argument would be like, alright, no offense, if it's the counterpoint, like, you're going to order a meal for two, you're going to order the same thing twice, you might as well just double charge the cunt.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be them ordering the same food twice.
Yeah. I started to go with, like, it's a health benefit thing, and then I was just like, nah, fuck you.
I would have told him, bro, just shut the fuck up, get a Wii Fit, get on treadmill, you fat cunt. Go to the gym. Me? Go to the gym.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Yeah.
That would be my point.
It was just more effective to look at you because you're sitting more in front of me than Zach is.
I just liked how his face stayed like that the whole time, and I could hear his...
The breathing is going to be in the microphone.
coming.
Oh, well, who needs abs when you got kebabs?
Why not both?
Yeah.
Fit people can eat kebabs too.
Talking about food, you guys are getting me hungry.
Hey, every guy's going to end up with a saggy old dad bod, so who's going to give a shit in the end of the day? Your dick's not going to work when you're old, so who cares? Who cares if you have a good body?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of... We can do a fitness talk, but we did say that would be the last of it. I'll make a note if we can get back into fit. We talked about fitness on like the fucking second episode that we did. I think. Yeah,
I think actually you did. You
Yeah.
with some other dude talking about fitness and some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we're all qualified experts in everything that we talk about.
Oh,
so.
I work out big time.
We're fucking Google and Wikipedia.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well then.
Thanks for
That's
having
it.
us though
No
on the
worries,
show.
guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Now get lost.
Yeah, that's it. The podcast is done. Go home. You got better things to do.
You fucking losers.